It is now time to start making some product for my next market. I have a market coming up in about 2 weeks, a little less than, and I want to make a whole bunch of product for it. This one's pretty official. It was a considerable price to get in, and they'll also only let you sell certain things so that you're not competing with other people, etc. So I had to send in all of my product information when I applied for it, and they okayed that. So I need to make some very specific things to sell there. I was okayed for some little girl dresses, which I also have a video of. I made one for my little sister, and I've just made a couple since then. Got a commission for a few, which was great, and I think I'd like to make a few more to sell at this market. I have 3 different fabrics in mind. One of them's a green art gallery, super nice texture, absolutely beautiful. The second one is a Laura Ashley sheet that I just love. It's kind of gray and white. And the third one is just a super simple, like pale pink cotton. And I'm super excited to do all of them. Simultaneous to making all of this stuff, we are also going to be in the throes of moving. We just signed the lease this morning, so we have about 3 weeks to move all of this stuff from here to the new apartment. So this video might be filmed partly here and partly in the other location, we'll see. The other things I plan to make for this market are million bows. They're so easy to make and really look very professional and very, very cute. I've made about 9 of some pink. It's a darker color than this one here. And I think I also want to make some white ones, definitely some green ones to match the other dress. And I think I'd like to make some out of the Laura Ashley sheet and this one too, just so I have matching bows for all of the dresses in case anyone's interested in that. I could potentially make other things that I've been okayed for. I have a couple ideas. We shall definitely see what kind of time is left to me, because a lot of my time is going to be spent packing boxes. Life is crazy right now, and I'm just trying to make sure I'm prepared for the market. I really don't want to lose it through the cracks just because we're moving. And there's our first dress. It's a little bit wet in the back and the sleeves where I wiped away the marker, but it looks adorable. I'm super excited. I love this color. I might have to make a dress for me in this one because, man, there's something about like the perfectly princess super light pink. It's just amazing. These are the other 2 colors I'm focusing on. The green's really pretty and that's in the same size as the pink one here. I will need to take in the top bit just a little bit because it connects much too far away from the princess seam on this one, which is kind of sad. That's okay, I'll alter that. That's pretty easy to alter. The one I'm worried about is the Laura Ashley one, because this is the fabric that I really love. It's this beautiful tiny little floral, super pretty fabric, and I think that the sleeves connect close enough to the princess seam, but I think that the elastic here is too long and it's gonna sit a little low on a little girl. So I might have to go in there and take up the elastic on that one. But yeah, the plan is to make 2 more of each of those, so I'll have 9 dresses in all, 3 of each color. And I think they'll be really pretty. We'll see if people like them, if people are willing to purchase them. But I've gotten to the point where I can make one in about 3 hours now, so I'm pretty confident that I can charge a reasonable price and that I can make enough before next Saturday. So we're definitely gonna have a couple of solid days of dress sewing. I probably won't check in all that much because it's the same process over and over again. We're going to go visit with our friends tonight, but I think the next few free days I have will definitely be jam-packed of dressmaking. And that's another pink one done. We're actually really chugging through sewing them. I'm super excited because I estimated it took me about 3.5 hours to make each one. But I'm pretty sure I got back here at the house at like 11 and it's now only 1:30. So If I can get another one done in 2.5 hours, I might be able to finish all of the pinks before I go to my in-laws tonight. Also, I think I've decided to take this coat rack to my market. I think it's a really, really cute way to display all of the dresses, and this top piece here rotates, which I think is super cool. Very old-fashioned, and I think it'll fit the aesthetic of my booth really well. That is dress number 2 out of the 7 I needed to make, or I think how I'm going to count it is 4 out of 9, because 9 is what I'm going to end up with, and I have 4 here. I don't know, it's just more encouraging to me to phrase it that way. So, 4 out of 9. Alright, 5 out of 9. Out of 9. Seven out of 9. So this is 8 out of 9. I don't know if I'll be able to finish the last one today. We're gonna try and move a load of stuff to the new apartment this evening, and Cross says he's okay doing it on his own or with his brother. But I kind of want to go there. It excites me to be at the new place. So I'll definitely at least start it today. It's about 3:45, and I'll just work until he comes home, and then maybe if I have energy tomorrow, I will finish it after work. I've been exhausted lately though, so I'm not going to count on it. Just try and get as much done as I can now. And that is 9 out of 9. All of the dresses are made, and I feel so good about it. It looks super professional. I'm very excited. It definitely took a little longer than I was hoping. It's now Wednesday before the Saturday of the market, so I literally just got 2 days. Thankfully, I'm not working those 2 days, and I don't have anything social planned as far as I know. So the next 2 days, I'm just going to entirely devote to making bows and last-minute market prep things. I need to make sure I have all of my product in one place before we move, so we don't accidentally move it to the new apartment. And I need to print out a couple things, make sure I know what my table's gonna look like. So it's gonna be a full next couple days. I'm gonna try to get up early, go to bed on time, get enough sleep, etc. But we're in the home stretch, and I'm so excited. We have so much to do right now. The market is the day after tomorrow, and I'm already almost at 2 o'clock on Thursday because I got a late start. So, this is what we're going to be making, a bunch of little bows. They're really, really cute. They've got like an alligator clip back. I made about 9 in this pink color, but I'm thinking for all of my other color selections, I'll probably do somewhere between 2 and 4, 6 maybe, but that's the idea. I've got all of the dress colors because I'd love to make some matching bows for that in case they want to do a cute mother-daughter thing, or just match a bow to the kid's dress and have them wear both, something like that. All right, we got 4 of them done. None of them have the clip on the back yet. We're gonna do that probably all at the same time, so I just sit down and hand sew all of them. But that's all of the gray ones done. I'm gonna move on to the pink and the green now. So now all that's left to do is put the alligator clips on the 12 that I just made. I buy these, they're kind of a smaller than usual. They're just from the craft store, and a lot of people will hot glue them to the backs of their bows. I kind of want mine to last a little longer than that, so I'm gonna go the extra mile and hand sew all of them. That being said, I think I'm gonna find somewhere soft to sit, and I might actually finish all of them today, which is better than I thought when I started today. Alright, to be frank, it has been over a month and a half since I did that market. Life just got super busy afterwards. We are in fact moved in now, which is wonderful. Not entirely set up, but getting there. And yeah, I've just been exhausted. A lot of things have happened, and I'm just trying to settle into the new place, which I'm totally okay with, but it has been a very long time since that market. And I did not end up filming a recap anytime soon after the market. But here we are. I can't say that this was my most successful market. I ended up, I think, losing like 12 bucks on the vendor fee, so I didn't quite make 150 back. And that doesn't even include all of my material costs and stuff. So financially, not a great market for me. And that I don't think was because there were not enough people walking around, but I'm not sure my booth really appealed to the audience that was there. And that's perfectly fine. I don't want to look at it as a complete failure though, because I did learn some things, which is very helpful. I've seen a few YouTubers kind of adopt that mindset where it's not a complete failure unless you don't learn anything. As I said, I think the main problem with my booth is that it wasn't generally appealing to the audience that was there. I think my booth is a little more rustic, maybe a little too old-fashioned, farmhousey. And I remember thinking this at my first craft market back in December or November. Just realizing that a lot of the booths around us were a lot more kind of modern, more colorful, a lot more plastic and stuff. And that's just not the vibe I'm trying to give with my products and my brand name and stuff, and that's totally fine. I think what I want to try next time is maybe looking at more farmers market-y, more artesian markets than just the plain old craft market. I did learn a couple positive things, however, and I want to end on that note because they really made me happy. Number one is that I absolutely loved my booth. It felt so much like me. If I were a booth, I hope I would look like that because I was so proud of it. Throughout the entire thing, I was just like, wow, this booth makes me so happy. I put a lot of thought into it. I try to keep some wood tones in there, lots and lots of greenery because that's what makes me super happy. I tried to keep my products a little more in the warmer, toned down colors, and I think I did really well with that. My displays were thought out, and it made me so happy, especially coming from someone who loves art and colors and design and everything. It all kind of melded together to be like this perfect representation of me and what I like and what I want the world to see me as. The other happy thing I learned is how many people wanted to support me. And by that I mean that 90% of my sales came from people that I knew. So friends and family, my in-laws came, and it was just so sweet to see people show up for me. It really made me appreciate the people in my life and realize how loved I really am. It was really reassuring to know that people are interested. They do want to come out and support me. And it makes me feel really loved, and I really appreciate them. But yeah, so kind of grand total, I think I sold 2 dresses, one of them to a friend and the other one was to someone else, but it was at a discounted price. I sold a handful of stickers, quite a few stickers actually, which made me really happy. I think I sold 1 scrunchie. I don't think I sold a single bow, which is funny. But yeah, that's about it. I still had a great time though, it was so much fun. And that just means a lot of this product will be able to go to my next market, which I will be picking out very carefully. I got a couple of recommendations. People saw my booth and were like, okay, your booth would fit in perfectly at this market. So I'm gonna do a little more research, see if maybe the market vibes are better fit to my booth, and maybe we'll venture into more, probably closer to Christmas. I think Christmas markets is really where I want to go. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this inspires someone. I always love market videos. It's always very interesting to see what people make. People's booth setups really inspire me. And I just hope that you found some enjoyment in watching this. Hope to talk to you soon. I should have another video out relatively soon, so keep your eye out for that. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely week.